Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Musings as we take a quick look in just a few videos about the claims that September 23rd, 2017 is going to be the end of the world, the rapture, World War III, the end of Daniel chapter 9. Now, we are here at, this is September the 19th, 2017. We are supposedly only 4 days away from World War III, the end of Daniel 9, the sun being darkened for 3 hours. You know, I've watched video after video, and I'm sure you've noticed, by the way, I'm making 2 videos this morning wearing the same shirt, because I wanted to get these in the can, so to speak, before I have to leave for my wife's radiation treatments and what have you. But be that as it may, I'm just absolutely flabbergasted at the number of views that some of these videos are getting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so easy to know that September the 23rd, 2017 has no prophetic significance. Well, how do I know that? How can I say that with such confidence? I know that because, point number 1, oh, by the way, be sure to go back and watch the first video that I produced this morning, okay? It's because Jesus told his apostles not to say the end was near until his apostles, saw the signs. They said the end was near 2,000 years ago. Now, they were right or wrong. We have to make our choice. Now, I made an offer. I almost hope you haven't ordered this yet, okay? Just hang on here. But here's the reason that I know September 23rd, 2017 is not a sign of the end, and that is because we are not living in the last days. It's simple. You see, all of the signs that we are being told prove that September 23rd is the end of the age, the end of time, are based upon the idea that you and I are living in the last days. Oh, but wait a minute. In Acts chapter 2, as the Holy Spirit was poured out upon the 12 apostles that day, they were accused of being drunk. Peter stood up and said, "Men of Israel, hear these words. These men are not drunken as you suppose, seeing it's but the 3rd hour of the day. But this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel, saying, It shall come to pass in the last days, I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh." Now wait a minute. Here is Peter, inspired by the Holy Spirit, sent by the Father, who knew the day and the hour, by the way. And he said that the outpouring of the Holy Spirit that had just taken place that day was in fulfillment of Joel chapter 2. But Joel 2 said, in the last days, the Holy Spirit would be poured out. Folks, this is unequivocal, undeniable proof that the last days were in existence 2,000 years ago. We are not living in the last days. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. God, who at sundry times and in divers manners has spoken unto us in time past by the fathers, has in these last days spoken unto us by his Son. The writer of Hebrews said he was living in the last days. In 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 20, God set forth Christ to be the sacrifice for sin. He verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifested in these last times. Folks, how many times does the Bible have to say that the last days were in existence 2,000 years ago? And by the way, the term last days is not a reference to the Christian age. The term last days is a reference to the last generation before the end. To help you have confidence, to help you have assurance, to help you have peace of mind that the end is not going to be September 23rd, 2017. And oh, by the way, The end of the world will not be September 23rd, 2020 or 2025. Folks, the end of the age arrived in AD 70. The end of the age was directly tied to the fall of Jerusalem in AD 70. When Jesus predicted the destruction of the temple, Matthew 24 verse 2, the disciples immediately asked, "Tell us, when shall these things be? What shall be the sign of your parousia, your presence, and the end of the age?" Why did the disciples link the end of the age with the fall of the temple? It is because that temple represented the Old Covenant age. And the Old Covenant age, the age of Moses and the law, is the only age that the Bible ever says one thing about ending. The Christian age has no end. I know that September 23, 2017 is not the end of the age at the end of the last days, because you and I are not in the last days. I've written a book entitled The Last Days Identified. In this book, I go through every major biblical prophecy of the last days, that is, that specifically mentions the last days. I demonstrate through careful, contextual, and exegetical examination of those passages that when the Bible talks about the eschatological last days, it's a bit redundant, pardon me, it's talking about, pardon me, the end of the Old Covenant age of Israel that came with the fall of Jerusalem in AD 70. It has nothing to do with September 23, 2017, or 2020, or 25, or any time in our future. Go to my website, donkpreston.com, BibleProphecy.com. Order this book, The Last Days Identified, and say, "Don, I saw the offer on YouTube or Facebook. I will pay your shipping, saving you $5, and, as promised in yesterday's video, I have something very special for you. I will include also, free of charge, a copy of my book, Can God Tell Time?" You are getting 2 books, post-paid, for one price. Again, go to my website, donkpreston.com or BibleProphecy.com. Order the book, The Last Days Identified. Be sure to send me a note that says, "Don, I saw the offer on the book Last Days and the free copy of Can God Tell Time. I saw it on YouTube or Facebook." If you don't mention the special offer, then I can't give you the special offer. Okay? Thank you for joining me for this morning's morning musings. I'm only going to produce one more video on September 23rd, 2017. And that will be tomorrow for September the 20th, 2017. We'll only be 3 days away. But you know what? I'm going to show you, as I already have, September 23rd, 2017 will not be the end of the world. You don't want to miss it. So we'll see you on the flip side.